A country still new, growing and glimmering. This is Australia. Over its lifetime after English colonisation, it has always been a country for opportunity. It has become a country well known for its gorgeous landscapes, cities and coasts, and is home to some of the world's most renowned sites as well as animal and other wildlife. But most importantly, Australia has been recognised for its multiculturalism, as a land itself of opportunity, and is a choice for many to live the lifestyles on this glorious land. There have been many factors that have had its impact on Australia as a community and as a landscape. Some things like trade, defence, its cultural aspects and tourism have all made Australia.
Over the years, Australia has promoted itself to the world as a warm golden country, with vast amazing coasts and gorgeous inland, home to many of the world's most celebrated flora and fauna. Australia has become a popular tourist destination because of its growing global reputation as a secure and extravagant country. Beautiful coastlines and beaches have become a main attraction for many tourists who would like to get a grasp of the Aussie life. The wide choices of the main cities, the shopping, the lifestyle, the various areas are all there for the taking, not to mention the great people with many different cultural backgrounds and influences. This has become all possible due to low airfares. The low cost of airfares has created many opportunities for travel to the Great Southern Land. The low airfares have made it a lot more affordable to travel through, though some coming from unstable economic countries have issues with the conversion rate, as it is a lot more expensive to live in Australia. The total amount of passenger movement in millions to and from Australia between the times of August 2011 to August 2012 has increased by 4.6%. That's an increase from 27.775 to 29.055 million people. There have been many different ads and campaigns promoting tourism to Australia. Some of the most popular of these ads have been an ad featuring Paul Hogan, which included the main saying, "I'll throw another shrimp on the barbie for you." The "Where the bloody hell are you" ad, which involved a young model by the name of Laurie Bingle, which was later banned in the UK. And one of the newest adverts, which was titled "Come Walkabout," and it was directed by director Baz Luhrmann on the eve of the movie titled Australia, which was also directed by Luhrmann.
Culture. Australia's national identity and culture increased substantially post-World War II. Before that, Australia's identity was very conservative. In the late 50s to the early 70s, that changed dramatically. Like many Western countries, Australia entered the period of liberation. Politics, fashion, gender roles or sexual discrimination and beliefs were all changed and evolved for the better. During the Second World War, many people who were imprisoned by their countries broke free to seek asylum in an offshore country. Australia was their country for their salvation and freedom. With this influx of European immigrants, Australia changed with a boost in its economic status with this cheap labour. Soon after, Indo-Chinese immigrants fled their country after a rise of communism in 1975. Even today, we still have massive numbers of immigrants entering Australian shores. A population change is what shaped Australia's culture to what it is today. Today, Australia is one of the most multicultural countries in the world. We have cities that are built around cultures of their immigrants, such as Chinatown in the city. With this large population in association with the large Chinese population comes the shops and restaurants that vacate their culture, this only being a small example. Australia's culture was largely influenced by English upbringing, as we were a part of England's history very much. As we grew, we developed our own identity, taking on board the cultures of others, forming the culture that we know today as Australians own.
The Australian Defence Force, or ADF, comprises of the Australian Army, Naval and Air Forces. Due to Australia's location, it focuses on its neighbours, the Asia Pacific. This region includes East Timor, where approximately 650 personnel are deployed there as a part of a peacekeeping duty. The operations in fostering our country's neighbours are a part of the 5 goals the ADF follows. These are ensuring the defence of Australia and its immediate approaches, fostering the security of Australia's immediate neighbourhood, working with Southeast Asian countries to maintain regional security, supporting strategic stability in the wider Asia-Pacific region, supporting the international community to uphold global security. Australia doesn't not only follow its own operations, but also its allies and links to missions. These allies also include New Zealand and America, which started during World War II, in which Australia needed help in holding off the threat of communism, while Britain was busy with the Nazis. The ANZUS Pact meant that the three countries would consult with each other if there were ever a threat to security in the Pacific region.
You know, there are some great opportunities.
Although the three aren't connected today,
that you put yourself
Australia
into
still
them,
has a
then the
separate
more
alliance
chances
with
you're
New
going to get of
Zealand
having a great
and a
career.
separate alliance with the USA. This ANZUS alliance was mainly seen during the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and the Gulf Wars in Somalia. Even today, Australia's alliance with America is still strong, shown through Australia's support in whatever America does, for example, Iraq peacekeeping. ASEAN is also an Australian agreement between Burma, Brunei Darussalam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. This alliance focuses less on the combat work of defence, but more on the non-military issues, such as illegal immigrants, transnational crime, piracy, and environmental issues. The advantages of these links include an increased security for Australia and the Asia-Pacific region as a whole. We can assist other nations develop military skills to help them grow as a nation. This also improves the perception of Australia from other nations as an active participant and a strong country, such as Australia's military assistance for the earthquakes in New Zealand and Japan in 2011. The disadvantages include that one nation may be upset from another, creating dramas and possibly a threat. There is also a problem that there are high financial costs that go towards conflicts. This is Australian defence.
Australia's participation in our newfound global village has come as a major beneficial factor in our trading industry. Our links to other countries through immigration, cultural links, and our political stance all contribute to our progression and advancements in our trade industry. Economic challenges within Australia have previously transpired and caused for an uproar in our trading management. As of recent, mining exports in Australia have brought upon prosperous and flourishing improvements in our previous economical downfall. Agricultural goods and minerals have called upon new trading partner countries. For many years, Britain was Australia's major trading partner, trading mostly agricultural supplies and consumer goods. Since the 1960s, however, Australia's trading relations with Britain have declined and are now in higher demand of imports and exports from countries such as Japan, the United States, China, New Zealand, and South Korea. The integrated nature of the world's economy has made it essential for Australia to engage in dialogue with other countries on trade issues. Australia does this through its bilateral multilateral negotiation of free trade agreements, and the establishment of trading of these are broken by bilateral free trade agreements. The following organisation and trading blocks, both regional and global, affect the world trade and are therefore of concern to Australia. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, the European Union, the North American Free Trade Association, the APEC, the Australian and United States Free Trade Agreement.